Mike Evans. Mike. Okay. Mike Evans. What's going to happen with Mike? I read you the statement yesterday from his agent basically saying don't believe what you hear out there on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Might not be true, Twitter. A lot of it's coming from false resources, fake resources. If you get it from Mike or his agent, it will be real. It wasn't long after that. We talked about that yesterday. It wasn't long after that that we heard a little bit of real news from Mike Evans' agent. The news came out yesterday that Mike will be coming back for a 13th season. He will be returning to the NFL for a 13th season. That does not mean necessarily, though, that he'll be returning to the Buccaneers for a 13th season. That's the question. So, according to his agent, Derek Gilmore, Mike is playing, but he's opening it up. It could be in Tampa, but I'm guessing it could be somewhere else. He wants to explore free agency, something that he hasn't been able to do ever. And a lot of you go back to a couple years ago in 2023, and you think, well, he was a free agent that year. No, not really. He was going to be an unrestricted free agent, but that's when he signed that 2-year deal, $41 million contract extension, and that happened a week before the start of free agency. So Mike has never truly been a free agent where he gets to be courted by other teams to say, hey, Mike, we want you to come in here. Here's what we can do with you. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pair you up with this superstar quarterback. We've got the defense. We've got the makeup right now to go win a Super Bowl. We need a piece. We need a weapon. We need you, Mike Evans. And Jason Light, first draft pick ever for Jason Light, he's never allowed that to happen. He's like, he knows. He understands what he's had in Mike Evans. You don't even want him to hear it because you could get swayed by one of those very persuasive, right? You can have a complete, absolute, you make a presentation to Mike and you blow him away, and Mike says, wow, I didn't even realize that there was grass on the other side of Tampa Bay. Might not be greener, but there might be there. And he might explore those pastures. And that is scary for Buccaneers fans. That's scary for Jason Light because there will be somebody that will be willing to overpay for Mike Evans' services. There will. The question is that, is that team that is willing to overpay for Mike, is it a good team? Mike ain't leaving for the Jets. He's not leaving to go play with Shedeur Sanders and the Browns. He's not doing that. Mike is a smart man. He's not just going to take money. If Mike were to leave Tampa Bay, Mike would leave Tampa Bay to go win a Super Bowl, or at least give himself, in his mind, a better chance to win a Super Bowl. You look at some of the teams with the biggest cap space available right now, the Titans. You think Mike's going to go play with a second-year quarterback in Cam Ward that didn't have success? Nope, ain't going to do it. New coach as well, not going to do it. Think he's going to go to the Raiders, who's most likely going to end up with Fernando Mendoza? Yeah, it's attractive, but you think Mike wants to play with a rookie quarterback in Vegas? Nope. No, he doesn't. The Chargers, Justin Herbert, they got cap space. Maybe. Commanders, Jaden Daniels, who knows what the Commanders are? I don't think he wants to go somewhere where it gets cold. So I think it just has to be a great situation for Mike to want to do it. You know, we talk about the Houston Texans and that being his hometown. They don't have a lot of cap space. Anyone that just saw C.J. Stroud in that last game of the season in the playoffs is not even looking at him as not even close to a middle-of-the-pack quarterback, let alone a top-tier quarterback. So Mike is not leaving unless the situation is perfect for Mike to leave, and the perfect situation is not money-driven. It is purely based on winning. I believe that. I believe that with Mike. He's made plenty of money throughout his career. He's he's given up plenty of money to play with the Buccaneers. He's going to make money. It's not like they're not going to pay the guy. He's going to make money. Could he make more elsewhere? Sure. But this is where the Buccaneers, Jason Light and Mike Evans and his agent, they have to come to an agreement. They have to come to a mid-ground to say, all right, Mike, how much do you want to stay here? Do you believe in this team? What is it going to take? What pieces do we need to bring in? And I think that's going to be a part of it as well. Mike wants to make sure that when it comes to the Buccaneers, that he's going to give himself the best chance to win. but I also think he wants to feel wanted, right? I think he wants to see what it's going to be like to be courted a little bit. It's still crazy for me to think of Mike Evans not in a Buccaneer uniform. I mean, I can't imagine it. But people say, well, people couldn't imagine Tom Brady leaving. Couldn't think of Tom Brady leaving the Patriots. I couldn't think of Tom Brady in another uniform other than the Patriots. It's a different situation with Tom. There's no bad blood. As far as everything I've heard and seen, and I know Mike, when they blew a game during the season, Mike was very upset. When they gave up a 4th and long, Mike was very upset, demonstrative. You're allowed to be that. That doesn't mean that he's, doesn't mean that Mike's disgruntled. Tom was disgruntled, and there was angst, and there was an absolute, there was something going on in the relationship between Bill and Tom that wasn't good, and it was sour. And I think Tom and Robert Kraft had a good relationship. Clearly, Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft don't have the best relationship. Bill's girlfriend is walking around wearing Orchid Asia T-shirts, which you don't know. That's where Kraft got the crafty. Got the crafty on the morning of a game. And they're not good. So that relationship, that was soured. So Tom Brady, I don't like the comparison of, well, you couldn't see Tom Brady leaving. Well, Mike Evans and the Bucs are good. There's no bad blood, and there's no need for Mike to prove anything. Tom wanted to prove something away from Bill Belichick and say, I'm the guy. I'm the reason. Everyone knows Mike's the guy. Everyone knows Mike's a huge part of it. And it's a completely different position as well. All right, let's quickly, let's get Louis in from Massachusetts while we're on the topic of Mike Evans. What's up, Louis?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning. This Mike Evans situation, the way I look at it is it's going to be a lot like the Tampa Bay Lightning and Steven Stamkos. I think it's going to come down to respect and what he's earned as far as money. Now, I don't really know what the final number is for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the salary cap situation, but I think Mike does want to test the market. You got teams like the Patriots. What were they missing in that Super Bowl? A big-time wide receiver. They have cap money. I don't know if he might go there because of the cold, but this is the same thing going to Kansas City. It's cold there too. I think Mike wants to really win another Super Bowl. The 1,000 yards, I don't think that really matters to him because it's that record's over. I think it's about another championship. Can he win another championship in Tampa Bay? If I'm Mike Evans, I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna see. I don't need to sign with a team right away, because there's plenty of teams that are waiting for his services. I would wait and see what the Bucs do after the draft. I think that's what it kind of comes down to. He doesn't need to win with a team right away, but there are teams in place. Houston, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think he's
Stroud.
gonna. I don't think. And Louis, and thank you for the call, Louis. I don't think he's gonna want to go play with C.J. Stroud. But yeah, you make some good points. And yeah, Stephon Diggs disappeared. I don't know where he went in that Super Bowl, and really nobody was there. Everyone disappeared. But